What is up? Kevin Hale here. It is Round of Shots on this Sunday night, August 20th, 2023. Hope everyone is doing well. Had a good weekend, and ready for this coming week. I don't know about you guys, but in Louisville, Kentucky, some of us softies here are dealing with an excessive heat warning. Actually, I think it's throughout the state. It probably cuts off somewhere before Louisiana. But 90-degree weather for the next week, heat index way over 100. So, yeah, fortunately I work from home and get to stay in, and I don't have to deal with that nonsense. Okay, Round of Shots, we are streaming live on our Twitter and YouTube. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Thanks for hanging out, as usual. Joining me tonight, welcome him back. It's been a while, been a minute. Styles, Van Hiles, what's up, man?
Good, man. Y'all
Good
be the South. Y'all say y'all from the South, but y'all soft. A little heat wave coming, and y'all panicking, man. It's been 100 degrees almost every day here for the last couple of weeks. Y'all don't want to hear that shit. All right.
Okay. Next topic or next roundtable panelist, Corey Price, who is one of the softies here in Louisville with me. What's up, Corey?
I'm very soft. Yes, thank you.
Someone who doesn't watch the news but quoted me something about the local weather guy. Okay. Anyway,
Sure.
Good to see you, my friend. Rounding out this nonsense tonight, Mr. Jay Hazze. Jay is in the house.
Blue goggles on.
Keep them. It looks blue.
Hey, let it get hot. I love hot weather.
I
hate cold weather. I hope it's 100 every day.
Ugh.
Stay inside if you don't like it.
Preach it, Jay. Preach it. Damn.
I'm a hoodie guy. Isn't that what Van?
Okay,
isn't that what it's football weather when you wear a hoodie?
I'd rather for it to be hot than cold any day.
That's some bullshit. I wear long sleeve
I hate
shirts
cold weather
every day, no matter how hot it is.
What's cold done to you, Jay?
I hate cold weather.
That whole hoodie shit is, I don't know who started that. Oh, it's got to be crisp and 67 for football. That's bullshit. Perfect weather is at least at look, I don't even go to a football game if it drops under 60. I refuse to sit in the stands under 60. If it's not hot or warm, it's not football weather. At least for a boy from the South, we don't play in that crap.
Well, Jay, you just said you like the heat versus the cold. Where do you draw the line when the temperature gets to a certain point and you will not go outside, even to a football game?
Now, see, I'm different. Like, I don't like cold weather, but that shit doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Like, it could be blizzard, snow, and I'm going to a game. I'm that fan, but I'd rather for it to be a warm game.
Okay.
But yeah, let it be hot. I don't give a damn.
Corey, and you've got the AC on in the booth, right?
Yeah, but a lot of times they open up the window thing, so we kind of get whatever the weather is. A lot of times.
Not when there's an excessive heat warning, though.
I'm sure they'll have it open. Probably, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, guys. Who we got again? Hey, Michelle Morton's in the house, and hey, Maria. Football season opener. We're less than 2 weeks away. Van, Ball State. Looks like the spread right now is around 26. If I saw that right, which, yeah, we're again less than 2 weeks out. So who knows? But as a fan, or let me rephrase that. As a former player and as a fan, what's your feelings right now with what you're hearing, what you're privy to with the team?
Unfortunately, I'm not privy to anything that's been all the way down here. I don't know shit what's going on with practice. Only thing I see is stuff on Twitter. I saw some things on Twitter because I look at the little stuff. JJ Weaver had the mic on, I think, Friday or Saturday, whatever. I can't remember.
Like a mic'd up thing?
Yeah, like the players get mic'd up and they show some highlights. and Marquise Cox was hemming his ass up. He was getting no pressure on the quarterback. So Marquise Cox can do that. I think this offense is going to be pretty damn good. I think this offense is going to be the best offense in the Stoops era. I think this offense should put up low 30s points a game. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling Jay Hazze right now with my prediction. I'm not quite going 12-0, but I'm leaning on that ledge right now. I'm getting close to 10. And if I get to 10 wins, 11 is right there.
Corey, hold on, Jay. Corey, from your great wisdom of knowledge of numbers and all these facts and birthdays, if you post a Van Hiles birthday, have you done one of his would you show a picture of him in the 4th grade or something?
Absolutely, yes, of course, yes.
With hair.
Oh yeah.
I think I hair.
Oh hell yeah, I had hair. I had a lot too much.
So Corey, we're 2 weeks out. What's your warm fuzzy? What are you feeling right now, based on what you're privy to?
I'm like Van. I'm not privy to much myself.
CIA, but go ahead.
No, like Van, I'm pretty pumped by the offense. I feel like every year we're pretty good at one or a combo of QB, O-line, receiver, and running back and tight end. I feel like this year we have the potential to be really good at all phases of offense. I think, even though we lost C-Rod, I think we're still pretty deep there with Ray and Jefferson and the transfer from NC State. The tight end room might be the deepest we've ever had, and me personally, I'm looking forward to Cummins playing because he played a male, so I'm looking forward to that. Sounds like Leary could be just as good, if not a better thrower and decision maker as Levis, which if that's the case, I mean,
stay tuned for this topic coming. But
if that's the case, then the sky's the limit. O-line looks to be getting better, like Van said. We got Cox, the guy from USC, Eli moving over to, and then Bird moving to center. So I think this could be pretty special, and having Cohen back for second year. I heard that I think on Saturday, Stoops took out Walker from the scrimmage because he was doing so well on the line. So I'm not too surprised with that. He has a chance to be like an all American this year. If the back seven, I think, can match what the front four can do. I don't know if I'm going to go with 10 wins, but I think 9's a possibility for sure, I'd say.
For now. All right. Jay, the floor is yours.
I'm just glad that Corey didn't say 8-4. I'm so happy with that because Kentucky fans, like reasonable Kentucky fans say 8-4. I feel like 8-4. It's like Liam Cohen won 9 games in 21 with less talent. Start at 9 and work your way up. Deion Walker, remember that time he tore down the Berlin Wall? Shit like that. I'm hyped. So I want to say, I want to be reasonable. So because everybody's like, oh, you're just out there on your, hell yeah, 12-0. But reasonably, I'm saying 10-2, and I am leaning toward 11-1. Now, if we get that Georgia win, you can't tell me shit.
We get that Georgia win, then we're in the conversation of always being undefeated.
Hey, and here's the thing: what's better than 1 Cox, Kevin? 2. I'm just saying.
So you talking to her? Wait a minute, what? Who are we talking to?
I'm just saying. Pause. I'm just saying. What's
Pause.
No porn bots, please. 0 porn bots.
Come on. One of the topics, let me just kind of piggyback on what you guys were saying too. Warm fuzzies, yes, feeling good, the progress, the progression I'm hearing, the feedback, players mic'd up, just that the vibe is that we appear to be ready for the season opener, and there's some potential with this team. With this team comes a new quarterback. There'll be a new starter. And some of the conversation that was going on this past week or so on social media was Leary is way better than Levis. That was some of the SEC downside, those kind of people putting it out there. And then you got people who piggybacked on it and said from a national perspective, Leary is the real deal. Fan, fair, you buying that way better? That's the quote, way better than Levis. You're muted, bro. There you go.
I'm sorry.
No, good.
I was sneezing. This is how you can say he's way better. All right. When if you compare the two, when Will came in here in 2021, we had no idea who the hell Will Levis was. He started one game. The other games he had spot duty. He was more their running quarterback. We had no idea whom Will Levis was or whom Will Levis could be. We know who Devin Leary is. We know he passed for 30 plus touchdowns, like 4 or 5 interceptions a couple years ago before he got hurt last year. The quarterback IQ that Devin Leary comes to the system with is way better than what Will came to this system with. So because of that, if you're going to look at apples to apples, he's way better because we know what his best is. We had no idea what Will's worst was. So I think because of that, you can say that, yes, Liam Cohen, who proved if you can make a quarterback who was a backup to Clifford and make him the 4th quarterback selected in this year's draft,
I'm with you.
Means that you can make this kid, but just don't know. Plus, his IQ is better. I say on the locker Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Great show. Great.
Will had a 56K modem. Devin Leary has a Pentium whatever they have right now chip. That's a big difference when the old line is having issues. He would be able to get the ball out of his hand a little bit quicker than what Will was because Will was trying to use that cannon on the top of his right shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Now, again, Corey, they're saying that he's way better. Leary's way better than Levis based on Levis of last year. And we know during his run with Kentucky, he put up some high interception numbers. And you can argue why. Forced the line, routes, whatever. What say you when it comes to Leary versus Levis?
Like Van said in 2 years ago, I guess really the only year that Leary was really healthy the entire season while at NC State. He had 35 touchdowns, 5 receptions. The ratio you don't find very often. Unfortunately, the other 3 years he was there, he combined to play, I think, 18 games. So that is that's one concern. If he can stay upright this year, I think we got a chance. I don't know what Cohen's going to do. Me personally, I would prefer like it was when Hal was doing it. We have so many guys that can make plays quick. I would like for Devin to get the ball out quick around the line of scrimmage and let those guys make plays. I know with Will, we took a lot of deep shots because of his arm strength. Sometimes it worked, most of the time it didn't. But I think we could do some damage if they throw quick throws with Leary, I think.
Go ahead, Jay. Go.
Well, I think that's what he's known for is his quick release. But leery of the injury. So better quarterback, sure, I'll go with that, but he damn sure wasn't as tough as Levis. I seen Levis get leveled at Florida and pop right up like nothing happened. Can this guy do that? I wish I had that sound bite. I wasn't prepared. You were not him. You were not him. I told a bitch I'm him. Quit playing. You know, so is he him? I've been hearing he is quarterback wise, but we all know how tough Levis was, and that's where we're going to miss him, I think, and the whole injury prone. Can he stay healthy? Can he throw up those big numbers? Hopefully, because I'm really counting on 12-0 so I can rub that shit in everybody's face. Except Vans, because he's kind of
Appreciate it.
Well, keep going with that, Van. With Levis, I think the consensus is, his numbers, some of his play regressed under last year's OC. Fair or foul?
I mean, if you look at his numbers were very similar, and he missed a couple games. He didn't have Wandale Robinson, and I know the two freshmen were good, but there are also some issues. You really look at the game where they weren't where they were supposed to be sometimes, as I would say they were not supposed to be. They didn't read the difference between man and zone, going through a zone or sitting down. There were some issues last year, and I'm going to say this. Injuries is everything. That's for every team. We saw what happened last year with Will Levis. We don't lose to South Carolina if Will is playing. We don't lose to Iowa if Will is playing. So that goes for naught. Devin Leary is just a better quarterback. Here's the difference. Will Levis is a better football player. Hands down. The same way Lynn Bowden is a better football player than probably the best football player we have had during the Stoops era. True football player. But Lynn Bowden is not the best wide receiver. True. He wouldn't be the best running back. Right. He's the best football player. Steven Johnson was a dog. You want to talk about a football player? Steven Johnson was that dude. But neither one of them is the quarterback that Devin Leary is. We haven't seen a Devin Leary quarterback since what? Mike Hartline? I mean, if you talk about the quarterback position, not just a guy who's like Lynn Bowden that can just make a play, or Will Levis that can make a play. I'm talking about a guy who can play between the ears, read a defense, dissect it, get the ball to the player that I'm supposed to get the ball to. I don't think we've seen that quarterback for a long time, and I think that's the difference.
Especially with the weapons we have.
And good point. Here's another thing that's going to make Devin Leary's job easier. He doesn't have Wandale Robinson, but he has a better tight end group. He has a better wide receiving group as a whole. He has a better pass catching running back out of the backfield as a whole. The only thing that he doesn't have is offensive line. But you know who came back? The great Liam Cohen. So he's got everything that Will had, a little bit better at every position except the O-line. I think that's why he's going to have a great year if, of course, he stays healthy.
Big if. Add anything to that, Corey?
No, Van mentioning Heartline, that 2010 year was numbers wise for offense was great. I mean, I know they only won like 7 games, but I mean, they had Cobb and Matthews at wideout. They had Derek Locke at running back. I think, they could easily do as good as 2010 and probably better this year.
And remember, they only won 7 games because Mike Hartline got suspended for the bowl game. They would have won 8.
What was he suspended for?
I think it was drunk in public. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, you like? I don't know. I can't remember that. What's funny? What I missed?
Because I didn't know anybody knew that.
Oh, gotcha. Jay, final thoughts on Kentucky football before we talk some hoops.
man, you know my thoughts. That was the question mark, the O-line. Of course, everyone was talking about it. It seems like they have gotten back with the portal guys that they got, the backups, and putting Jagger Burton at center. They're saying he's a very smart guy. It's working out. And these are just things that I'm hearing from the practice on social media, things like that. So hopefully we can get back to saying Big Blue Wall. If we can, I mean, the sky's the limit for this team. Like on paper, it's 11-1, 12-0 on paper. Can they stay healthy? Can they, get those big wins? Hopefully. But it's going to be a fun year. I mean, it seems like I believe a lot of people will be surprised on the product that comes out on the field.
And we don't need Big Blue Wall quality anymore because we're not a ground and pound. I don't think we will be a ground and pound offense this year. So therefore, we don't need that kind of O-line this year. We need an O-line that is good enough to be balanced with the run, but who can pass protect. Right. Because I think with this guy you got in the backfield and with that group of talent at receivers and tight end, I think you need to get the ball to those guys. And that means you're gonna have to throw the ball a little bit more. So I don't think we don't need this Benny Snell, C-Rod, AJ Rose level of Big Blue Wall. We need a Big Blue Wall that can give Leary enough time to find the open receiver.
Okay. Switching gears, Kentucky men's basketball.
Who?
There is another program. There's another program that's still here. That's at the elite level. Jay, I'll start with you. I don't know has there been any good conversation? I know Kentucky recently signed a shoe partnership deal with Kobe, the Mamba thing. That's huge. That's a big deal. We're the first college basketball program with him, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but is that surprising? We're Kentucky basketball.
Oh yeah.
Well, Cal's losing it, Jay. Cal's losing it. That's what I heard.
Right. Yeah, Cal's sleeping. But I don't know. I mean, other than that, I don't know if anything is really going on. Like players have went home and doing things in the community.
They're not getting in trouble. They're not transferring to play overseas like a local school.
It is Kentucky sports. We most likely will not hear about that. You're right. You're right. They're not getting in trouble, but they're doing stuff for the community. BJ Wagner doing things. They're all doing stuff for the community. It seems like. So I'm hyped up. Big Z, Zvonimir is going to be wearing 44. Dan Eskel's number. That's probably
they went with Big Z.
I saw Cal tweet that, so I guess that's what it is. Big Z.
That's so not original.
Corey Price knows more than anybody.
I can know. He'll say Z, the 26th letter of the alphabet. I already know that fact. What else? What you got, Corey? Basketball.
It's tough. I mean, I've been pretty excited about football. I haven't kept up too much with basketball.
Because you don't watch the news.
I don't watch the news. That's right. Yeah.
How can Corey be excited about football? He don't think we're gonna win 8 games. Come on, Corey. That ain't.
I think he said 9. I think he said 9.
I be excited and be real at the same time.
See, he's at 7. He's hedging on 7, Jay. Yeah, he's hedging on 7, Jay.
Games. Right.
He's hedging.
Just get him on your podcast, Jay, and grill him hard for 20 minutes.
Pretty much.
Another item that came out last week was Sports Illustrated named their top 10 coaches in college basketball coaches. Cal appears to be number 2 of the 10, behind, I think it was Tony Bennett, if I heard that right. Was that right?
That list is listed in
alphabetic.
Yeah, so it's not a.
So he wasn't. He's only. He's number 2 by the letter C.
Damn.
Another that which would you should have said the third letter of the alphabet. All right, I don't know, top 10, buy, sell.
He's top 10, yeah, for sure.
He's not top 10 in UK history according to some people. That's what I hear.
I would say top 10 in history ever.
Ooh, we might have to.
I had to think about that.
Go down that rabbit hole.
3 schools to a Final Four.
Yeah, no, that's
one.
Yeah, but hold on, but wasn't Memphis taken away?
It don't matter. We saw it.
Yeah,
I mean, you could argue that regardless of what you think about Cal. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm gonna tell you someone who I love is Kevin Sampson, and I think he is so underrated.
Oh,
is he in the top 10?
He probably was on that list.
Let me see. Damn, where'd it go?
Damn, top 10 of all time. Jay, you just
no. Oh yeah, Chase was saying top 10, right?
Of course.
Never mind.
You can look it up. He's probably he's at least in the top 20 of all time.
Oh yeah. I definitely give you top 20.
Well, make up your mind. Is he top 10 or top 20?
No, I'm saying in my personal opinion, I would say top 10, but in reality, he is definitely on the top 20 list.
Is he better than Nolan Richardson?
Nolan?
Yeah.
I'd say yeah.
Okay. That I'm just thinking of guys who is like on the cusp.
They're both defensive guys. But Nolan was Nolan Richardson might edge him out.
That's a good question.
Who asked that question?
Jay did. I'm gonna say this. He's definitely top 15.
I'm the host and Jay's asking the questions.
My bad.
You're good. All right, here's the top 10, the top 10 list. Alphabetically is Corey. Well, yeah. Who you see on there that
can't see shit.
Okay.
See, my bad. I'm trying to.
I need glasses back.
Come on, man.
So Tony Bennett.
He's better than Tony
again
Bennett.
Alphabetically.
He's better
Cal,
than Tony Bennett.
Mick Cronin.
He's better than him.
Scott Drew.
He's better than Scott Drew.
Mark Few.
Better than Scott Few. Mark Few.
Dan Hurley.
Yeah.
Tom Izzo.
I would say yeah.
Rick Pitino.
Now that's why I would say no.
I'm with you. Kelvin Sampson. Career, yes. But I don't know. Sampson, he is just.
Kevin Sampson.
Even Pitino said he's got to get Calipari off the list.
Yeah.
I mean, that came out of Pitino's mouth.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
right.
Bill Self is the 10th on that list. You can't see.
So to me, it's Pitino, Self, and Calipari, and then everybody else.
What say you, Corey?
I mean, top 2 would definitely be Cal and Self. Not far behind, I would say probably combo of Drew, Few, and Izzo.
You don't have Pitino over them?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess career, yes.
Well, no. This is look at the top 10 coaches. That would be now.
Oh, now?
Well, that's the list. Look, these are the top 10 college basketball coaches today. If you look, they're all active. So today.
How the fuck is Tom Izzo on this damn list? If you're talking about today. Today?
How's Bennett on there?
Oh,
Bennett did just win one. What?
He got beat by a 16 seed.
Yeah, but they won it the year after. Hold on, Jay. They won a year after.
Didn't they lose as a 15 seed last year?
A 16 seed beat a 1.
One. And then didn't they go 15 and took that 15 2 seed thing? Didn't they lose? I want to say Virginia lost very early.
They probably lost they might have.
Yeah.
But they won the year after they got beat by the 16 seed.
True.
Nah, he's out of here.
But that stat stays
slow ass basketball.
So all right. Slow. Good.
Yeah, you're talking about now. The list is different.
But I would definitely say. I mean, regardless, I would definitely say Cal top 10. Just even in the now, just from what he has done. Period. I mean, there's no question. And Patino definitely is right there with him. Nolan Richardson, he mentioned, is up there too. A lot of people leave him off a lot of lists, and he was a hell of a coach.
I mean, you go Dean Smith and Roy and
John Wooden.
John Wooden,
yeah.
Chris Mack, even,
No one that says Rupp Kevin, you're gonna get counseled. No one that says Rupp yet. Everybody's picked Patino and Calipari before they said Rupp. Dude, the old heads are gonna come at your ass and cancel your show.
See, I'm a guy that firmly believes there's no way in hell.
They're all dead.
There's no Rupp won in his era. To me, when I say great coaches, I just think from as a whole, Rupp could not do anything in this era.
Ooh,
I don't think.
Hey,
you don't know that though.
Of course,
the views expressed on Kevin's show.
It's a different.
Opinions of him.
It's a different thing now. Bobby Knight found out the hard way.
All those players would have been gone in the first year if it was one and done back then. He had guys 3 years that should have been pro after their freshman year. So
I'm gonna stop my cam, so I'm not affiliated with this discussion.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think he would. It's like saying, would Babe Ruth be good in this era? I don't think nowhere. No.
If Babe Ruth, if Babe would
the pictures now
say
right now
that he is half black, he would succeed.
Damn. We have gone off the rails.
I
told a bitch I'm him, quit playing.
So yeah, exactly.
I need to add that as a bullet point on my resume as well.
What's that?
Half black.
There you go.
All right. I'm in.
You win.
All right. What we got? Louisville basketball, Van. You have a hiccup like that. And this is where kind of got interesting because the player who's at Trentyn Flowers, who basically was on campus and spent a little time and then decided to go overseas. I don't know. People were kind of giving, I guess, Kenny Payne grief on how he handled it, or really, I don't know, really didn't handle it. It kind of ghosted him. But I don't know. That program, what do you say about that?
Wait, first of all, I don't give a damn about what happens to those dirty birds up.
I don't either, but it was a talking point I thought was interesting.
But here's the deal, though. What is Kenny Payne's
deal, though? What'd you say?
Pause. What is Kenny supposed to do? Right? The kid came on campus and made a decision to no longer be a part of the program.
Right.
What am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now football is a little different because then you got to play for 3 years and you might get a transfer portal and you might have a chance to come back. And basketball, this kid is going to Europe and he's going to go to the NBA. He is not coming back to college basketball. So for me, I wanted you on campus. You basically lied to me. Because you can't tell me, I wanted to wear whatever the color the damn Cardinals are and the other black and whatever that dirty red is called. He wanted to wear that cap. He wanted to have that as his plan B. His plan A was to go somewhere else. His plan B was to play for Louisville. Well, plan A panned out. I don't know what Kenny's supposed to. Oh, can you please come back? Can you? What? What do you need? More? And no, man, this kid doesn't want to play for us anyway. So, good riddance. Deuces.
Anything else, Corey? What was Flowers' stat? He had no stats, right?
I don't. I heard he played at like 4 or 5 high schools, I think, in his career.
Oh shit! Well, there you go.
So it sounds like he has a problem with committing to one school or team. So I'm not totally surprised. I can't say
Probably
I'm
goes
sad.
for relationships too, right?
I can't say I'm sad, but the entire team's a mess. I honestly don't even know. I know of one player on the roster, Glenn, because he played at Mayo. Other than that, I have no clue who's even on the team.
How can you play for 4 high school teams and be eligible?
I have no idea. I don't
Dude,
know.
you went from high school to high.
I don't know.
How can you do that? I didn't. That makes no fucking sense.
If you physically move, right?
Sure, I don't know.
Okay, all right, Kevin. How
No,
many times have you moved in your life? Unless you're a military family.
my point, it's about the kid.
No,
What the
okay,
parents are
well,
going to do, whatever they're going to do to get him to the next.
that's a fucking problem right there in itself.
Well, no, I'm with you, but
Wow.
Yeah.
Jay, anything?
Yeah, I mean, like, I hate the whole situation for the fact that Flowers ran his mouth to DJ Wagner. Like, no one's scared of DJ Wagner, and then bounces. Like, and then that puts a guy that we like a lot, which is Kenny Payne. And I kind of feel like some kind of way about that. Yeah, like me personally, I've been like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But at the same time, he's in a position as a head coach. He's in a position where he had this kid, he had communication with this kid. So it is kind of his deal to say, hey, navigating whichever way the kid chooses to go. I mean, that's kind of his role. But I mean, like, I don't blame Kenny at all. He's got a shit show. He's the shit show supervisor right now. It's bad. But I was kind of looking forward to that Kentucky and Louisville just for the Flowers running his mouth toward DJ Wagner, because Wagner's a dog. Like, I wanted to see that, but now we're not because the kid ducked. So it is what it is.
Okay.
How old is he? Do you know how old he is?
I'm not for sure.
Mhm.
Because
He doesn't even know.
he went.
The kid doesn't even know.
He went to a lot of prep schools, which to me, I guess that's how you can get to play early without have to sit out a season. Dude, that kid has bounced around. He
Yeah.
went from coast to coast.
And the duck, if I'm not mistaken, Australia.
Yeah.
You gonna go play with Isaac Humphries? What? And that's not a shot at Isaac, but come on now. Come on.
He is 6'8", though.
All right. Something else that just came out recently was the AP college football top 25. I'm not going to spare you the 1 through 25, but the top, I'll just rattle off the few. Georgia 1, no surprise. Michigan 2, then Ohio State, Bama, LSU, USC, Penn State, Florida State, Clemson, Washington make up the top 10. Van, another year for I was going to say for Georgia, but for the SEC to lose a national championship.
Yeah, who's going to beat us? I mean, it's on paper. The thing about it, though, we don't know who Georgia is right now as far as the quarterback position. We don't know who Bama is according to the most important position on the field, on offense, the quarterback. Isn't it kind of interesting now that I'm thinking about this that we got the number 1 quarterback in the portal and those two guys didn't? Can you imagine what would happen if Georgia got Devin Leary? Can you imagine what Alabama would be? Because Alabama's having some issues. Can you imagine what Alabama would be with Devin Leary? I think Devin Leary would be classified as a first-round pick if he went to those two schools.
Corey, look this up if you have a chance. I understood in the Kirby Smart era, or definitely in the last several years, that he has not brought in one portal transfer. He might have lost, but incoming, 0. He takes nobody in the portal. That's my
When you
understanding.
recruit like that, you don't have to.
Agreed.
Have you not seen Georgia high school football?
Hmm.
And plus, they're on the panhandle of Florida.
Yeah.
Not only the panhandle of Florida is Georgia South. So not only do you get to get Georgia, you also get to get Jacksonville and Tallahassee all the way across the whole panhandle. It's so saturated with talent. That's an interesting one. I think Georgia is going to pick a quarterback, and he's going to be good because of the talent around him. But is he going to be able to win the big games? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it's when you got 3 teams, potentially 4, counting us as Kentucky. I think somebody's going to win the national championship just because of the competition that they'll play, and they go through this conference with 1 loss. Georgia, Alabama, LSU. One of those teams is going to probably win the national championship.
Corey, SEC again, reign supreme. Is it ours? Well, we are the defending national champion. Will we
defending?
Yeah. Will we retain that
defending
title?
I don't see the landscape changing anytime soon. And next year, adding Texas and Sooners, it's going to be even crazier. So I do think Georgia named their starter. I think it's Carson Beck. I think
did they? So
yeah.
Carson's going to be the starter.
Bama's still a mystery. I don't know what. I think they're down to 3 guys, but who knows? But
Saban's going to go with Milroe. I just don't see him. I don't know if he's going to stay the starter for the whole year, but I think he's going to be. He's going to go with the guy that he knows.
Carter says Georgia took 4, probably, and maybe when I heard that, it'd been like in the last few years. But I'm interested to know how many. I can look it up myself. How many transfers he has taken in Georgia? But go ahead.
We're going to dominate as we have been for 25 years, pretty much.
For basically your lifetime, right?
Almost.
No.
Truth. Where's the lie?
Not quite.
Ban. Jay.
Why not Kentucky? Why not?
Why not?
I just hope that Georgia stays number 1 to week 5.
Oh.
Or for whatever week we go there to play them. I hope they hold on to that spot until then, because we're going to beat that ass.
I just love the fact that we are not ranked, because were we not ranked last year?
Oh, I've got actually.
I think we're like 33 or something.
Yeah, but last year we was ranked
what
with
was it
18 or something.
That's
Preseason?
crazy.
18, 19.
Damn it, I got it here. Hold on. Okay.
So
AP has had us 33rd.
that's not top 25.
I know. ESPN 28th, CBS 28th.
The haters.
That's even better to slide in there under the radar.
The haters.
It's gonna happen. You can write it down. Kentucky will win at Sanford Stadium this year.
Jay
they had
put his nuts
to
on the
because
table.
Jay said,
Jay is putting his nuts on the table. I like it, Jay.
we might have to turn that into a pay portion of the show.
Hey,
Pay to view.
run this shit back when we play Georgia.
Absolutely. Carter is asking a question. I'm gonna go back, Van. He's asking to ADOT, but I'm gonna bring it up and let you answer it. If you were to work with our running backs for a month, would we be able to see improvements in their ability to catch balls coming out of the backfield?
No. I'm just
give it a little. Think about it.
I mean, Kevin, that's like saying, if Michael Jordan, his 2 sons, since they were with Michael Jordan, that they're going to be the second best basketball players. There's a certain level of eye-hand coordination, just natural ability that goes into this. Ant was a unicorn. Just think about it. There's not too many running backs. Anthony finished in 98? There hasn't been another running back like him since, right? So that skill set is a unicorn skill set. I don't think you can just have him in a room and all of a sudden just have his ability rub off on people. Can he give them insight? Sure, but they are not him. That's a unique skill set that I'm gonna just say this. There's only a few guys that I can think of. Marshall Faulk, the first guy come to mind that can do that. That's the only one off the top of my head. I know there's others, but that's no. I would say no. The ability to run an option route is a skill set. There are some things that you need to be able to learn on film and then apply to a game, because you are running a route off of the reaction of the defense. It's not just like I'm going to run an out route. No, your route is based off of the leverage of the defense, and some guys are good at it, some guys suck at it.
And agrees. One of a kind. All right, winding down. One last topic I think I'll throw at you guys before we go to final shots. You see the on social media, Christian Watford recreating that buzzard beater, Jay.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, I was hoping you didn't bring it up, man. Damn.
I don't know. I'm stealing maybe your thunder for your next.
No. It's just when I saw that shit, I was like, this can't be real. It's real. Like I like, how do you fall that? Like, that's Indiana. Indiana used to be really good. Like, how do you fall that far to take a game that didn't mean shit and make it?
They hyped that up way more than Keith Smart's last second national championship.
Yeah.
You know, but
I got a little inside with Keith Smart. Keith Smart stayed across the street from my aunt in Baton Rouge. I was good friends with his brother. It's kind of crazy. That's crazy.
So look at something this sweet.
No, Michelle, thank you.
I just got a cavity from that. Come on, keep his game breakdowns are fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I gotta turn my camera off. I can't show my face.
You can't. Come back on, pretty.
Thank you, ladies. All right. Yeah.
It was you were speaking.
Was I?
I was talking the Watford shot and.
Oh no, that I don't want to talk about that bullshit, man. That's like
well,
fucking.
That was the topic.
I don't want to pass me. That's like what's the Valpo shot with Drew? What was Drew's first name?
Bryce
Drew.
Thank you.
Was it Bryce Drew or Drew?
Yes. Now that's
who are we talking about?
That's a shot, Bryce Drew. That's a shot that should be replicated because that was in a fucking NCAA tournament game that meant something. What the hell, dude? When was that game we played? Was that a December game? Oh, come on, man. Come on. That's what you replicate.
Well, we were, in fairness, we were ranked number one at that moment. I know.
I don't give a damn.
But were we? We were ranked number one.
That's the definition. That's the definition of living rent free in somebody's head.
Of course.
That should be in a Webster dictionary right there.
Your bladder come calling, Jay.
I actually let my dog in. My dog was trying to get in the room with me, so I let her in.
All right.
Yeah.
No. Watford that shot. Yeah, that
shit was fun.
Yeah. Rent free. Said it. All right, guys. Again, less than 2 weeks out from the opener. We'll be doing another show next weekend, but as we're closing it up, it is final shots. Jay, start with you.
Final shots. Kentucky's going to do some big shit this year, people. Beating Georgia. I'm going to go ahead and call that. But my final shot will be to all the fans in preseason cheering their asses off, acting like it's the Super Bowl. I love it. That shit is hilarious, but at the same time, I feel like it's like getting me in the football mood, and you love to see it, even though it's for guys competing for a job. But you love to see it. It gets you in the spirit. So cheers to those people. Those
You know what would get you in a football mood too?
What's that?
Okay. A hoodie and 60-degree weather.
Wow. Wow. A hoodie.
Does football not start in a freaking late summer? No. Football season doesn't start in October. It starts in freaking the end of August.
Football season starts in labor. It's September.
I'm
Late
convinced
August.
now
So
that
it's
Kevin
next-
drinks pumpkin lattes. I'm convinced. He's that guy.
USM Cat fan says IU won in December. It was 2011, and then we beat them in the Sweet 16 later.
Yeah.
That Sweet 16 game. One thing I remember about that game, I think we hit like almost every free throw, and it was a very high scoring game. I want to say we hit triple digits.
Yeah, I think it was like 102 to 90 or something.
Yeah, it was a double digit deficit. It was actually pretty entertaining. There was no defense that game. But all right, Corey, final shot.
My birthday is Friday, so that's fun.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Volleyball team starts their season Friday as well. They're top 10 preseason. They get to play their home games this year. All of them are up, so that'll be a cool environment for them. So hopefully they have a great season.
Man, final shot, sir.
Kentucky.
Track.
Yeah,
Track.
thank you. If your ass is not watching the World Championships, I don't know what the fuck are you doing. We are not only a football school, not only a basketball school, we are a fucking track school. If you did not see the mixed 4x4 and Queen Lex beating the great Femke Bowl to solidify a gold medal. Here's the other thing about the gold medal. This is what people understand. Track is the worst sport to be a pro in. It's not even close. It's easy the worst sport, right? So not only do they get the cash money for winning a gold medal, but then she get the cash money for breaking a world record. She's gonna make $40,000 close, damn near $40,000 off of what? 2 minutes of running? And those guys and girls on that team owe her about a $5K bonus because without her, they don't get that damn world record bonus. Kentucky is doing it all, and it's too bad Sid isn't running, but you should be watching World Championships. I woke up like y'all dummies that woke up for the damn World Cup at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching track and field. Get your ass up and watch some track and field. All right, that's all.
Says a lot about that AD of ours. All the freaking successful programs we have. I know, gets such a bad rap. He's
Checkerboard,
my AD.
man.
What's that?
Checkerboard. Now let's not act like he hadn't missed because he has.
No,
no,
he
he's
has
missed.
it as a whole.
Right, as a whole, he's been very successful.
I would say this.
What I was saying is, I think the checkerboard really did him in.
No, I think the alcohol of the game. I would say this: when he missed, he has rectified.
True.
What's the hemorrhoid cream that you use?
Preparation H.
Yeah, just to piggyback on what you said, Jay.
Right.
On the whole,
It's good on
Correct. And then he said rectify. So put it all together.
False.
it's hilarious.
Crazy.
All right, good stuff. The audio will drop this week on all of your podcast platforms. Van, Jay, Corey, good to hang with you.
We are under an hour. It's
I know.
because damn Terry TB is not on. We are Kevin.
Damn.
But we'll be back next week. Full house. Carrie's coming back. TB will probably be back. I want you
Kevin,
guys.
Kevin didn't give his final shot.
It was probably going to be something weather related or paranormal or UAP alien, but
Well,
you
pick
know,
one, damn it.
you know what? I'm just thankful more than ever. As I get older, as you get older with family, especially, you know, when you got grandkids and stuff, you just appreciate, you know, life.
Oh, you are getting soft, Kevin.
Kevin,
you are
okay,
soft. You are
right.
soft, Kevin. Oh my God, Kevin. Oh, jeez.
I'll get a tissue
That's
for
a
this.
fall candle back there burning. Is that a fall candle back there? Is that a fall candle?
No, that's a Yankee candle, Jay. He's got that's what? That's
a fall Yankee
that's
candle.
linen swint.
Yeah.
Here for you, Jay.
Damn.
All right, guys. Round of shots. Signing off again. Van, Corey, Jay. Good to hang, and we'll do this again soon. Peace out. Go Cats. Take care, people.
See ya.